It's fall, New England, apples! Here I am in Westward Orchards in Harvard, Mass. with Chris Green. Tell me about Westward Orchards and your history here on this farm.
So Westward Orchards has been here for 101 years, and my great-grandfather started mainly apples, peaches, and pears.
Got it. And so how many family members are working on the farm now?
Six. Plus my kids help. My kids, they're 11 and 8, but they like to help. Yep.
All right. And probably a real value for people to understand is what's it like to run a farm, an orchard? I mean, what goes on behind the scenes that people don't know?
A lot of hard work, sun up to sun down, and no excuses, right?
So like, so people after October, November runs around, and the trees are bare. What happens in the winter? You take a vacation, or
a little downtime, tree trimming, fixing whatever's broken.
Got it. And how hard is it to find labor? Pick that. Do you have a picker? Do you have people?
Right now, we got some H2A guys from Jamaica. Help harvest the crops, and some local help. My sister has some local help recently, and the 6 days.
How hard is it to find them?
Pretty hard.
Well, because there's other orchards in the area, right?
There's other orchards, and there's just not a lot of people looking to do it. It's hard work.
And I got 2 more questions. So, what have you done, obviously, to innovate in the last 5 to 10 years from when your great-grandfather started this to where you are now? Because it's hard to be just a grower, right?
Yep. We've got more into direct market. So rather than just selling it to a wholesaler, just try to sell it yourself through the stands. And then we started the CSA, the Community Supported Agriculture. Along with that, getting vegetables like lettuces, broccoli, tomatoes.
So when your great-grandfather started,
it was just apples.
Just apples, right?
With a few plum trees and a couple of pears.
Got it.
Like 99% apples.
Wow. And then this year's been a mess. As you can see, folks, we're 6 feet apart here because of COVID. Tell me the things you've had to do to get the farm ready for COVID.
Along with COVID being a problem with masks and social distancing and hand washing, it has brought people to not want to go to the supermarket and know where they're getting their produce and have it in the fresh air. So it has been a positive where we're selling more of our own stuff. So it's been a benefit to having more opportunities for people to come to the farm to get our stuff. So do
you sell commercial, or is it all retail?
We do some commercial.
Okay.
Some. But we're trying to venture out of the commercial to sell it for yourself, because you end up getting more of the money yourself. You cut the middleman out.
I got it.
And the middleman really takes a lot.
Yeah. What other challenges have you had with COVID?
Getting the guys here. They just barely got here. Right when they came, it was we picked them up at the airport. There was nobody at the airport. We drove all the way out here an hour, and there was not one car on the highway when they showed up.
You're talking about the pickers,
luckily,
right?
Luckily they got here. Because they're essential workers, so they were they didn't have to quarantine.
So they qualified the apple pickers.
Yeah, anybody farm related is essential.
Well, awesome. Well, thanks for having us here.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm going to go pick some apples, people. Pie crust, apple pie. I don't think I've made those things before. But what's more American than apple pie?
Oh my, look at that. Ooh, special apple pie with a pie bird in there. Okay, even after baking the pie, which took about 4 pounds, and making some salad, which I just have pictures of, I still have about 2.5 pounds of apples. Now, what am I going to do with that? I think I'm going to have to go to an expert. And that expert is Julia Child. As you can see, I got her original book. It's a little beat up. But let's see if I can find a recipe, and I think I found one. It's called pudding Alsacien. I can't say my French really well. It's gratin of sautéed apples. First time I'm ever gonna make this recipe. I don't know what I'm doing, so mise en place is very important. So let's see what we can figure out and how it's gonna come out.
Folks, I got to use my blueberry jam that I made a couple years ago. Now this is really good. This is the gratin recipe I made with Julia Child. Fantastic. Even though it didn't come out the way it was supposed to, it tastes great. Thank you to the Green family from Westward Orchards for hosting me and actually having me pick apples and make great dishes with all these apples. Eat, drink, savor.